The autonomous enterprise has already begun. Most companies just don't know it. Yet, imagine walking into your office on Monday morning. Invoices have already been approved. Fraud has already been detected. Customer complaints have already been resolved. Supply chains have already rerouted themselves. And nobody clicked approve. No manager signed off. No meeting was scheduled. No email was sent. The system simply acted. If that sounds like science fiction, it is not. It is already happening. The real question is no longer, will AI transform business? The real question is, who remains accountable when AI begins making decisions by default? Welcome to the Rewired C-Suite. Almost every company says it is using AI. But using AI and becoming autonomous are not the same thing. Most organizations have simply digitized existing work. Information moves faster. Dashboards update in real time. Employees receive better recommendations. But humans still make nearly every decision. That is digital. An autonomous enterprise is fundamentally different. Instead of only helping people make decisions, the system makes routine decisions itself within clearly defined business boundaries. That changes everything. It changes technology. It changes governance. It changes risk. It changes leadership. It changes organizational design. And it changes competitive advantage. Let's take a simple example. Invoice processing. Traditional automation checks invoices, matches purchase orders, and sends everything to a manager for approval. The manager still clicks approve hundreds of times every month. Now imagine an autonomous enterprise. If the invoice matches predefined rules, comes from a trusted supplier, and falls within policy, the system pays automatically. Humans do not disappear. Their role changes. Instead of approving hundreds of routine invoices, they investigate the few unusual ones. That is not just better automation. That is a different operating model. For nearly 30 years, companies competed through digital transformation. ERP systems, cloud, CRM, mobile, analytics. These investments improved information flow, but they did not fundamentally change where decisions happened. Humans remained at the center. Now we are entering something new. Decision execution itself is moving into software. The human no longer reviews every transaction. Instead, leaders define objectives, risk boundaries, governance rules, and calibration mechanisms. Machines execute inside those boundaries. That changes what executives actually manage. Most executives still believe competitive advantage comes mainly from better products, lower prices, and better customer service. Those things still matter. But autonomous companies compete on something else as well. They compete on decision speed. Think about fraud detection. Company A reviews suspicious transactions within 24 hours. Company B blocks fraud in 2 seconds. Both companies may have talented people, but only one protects the customer before damage occurs. The future belongs to organizations capable of making millions of trustworthy decisions faster than competitors. Not because people work harder, because intelligent systems work continuously. But AI alone is not enough. One of the biggest mistakes companies make today is believing that buying an AI model creates autonomy. It does not. A large language model is only one layer. Real autonomous enterprises require reasoning, agents, data, orchestration, governance, and accountability working together. Without reliable enterprise data, AI can confidently produce wrong answers. Without orchestration, AI cannot act safely. Without governance, AI cannot be trusted. The model is often the easiest part. The operating model is the difficult part. This is also why leadership does not become less important. It becomes more important. Because the difficult decisions do not disappear. They move upstream. Executives no longer approve every single routine transaction. Instead, they decide which decisions should be delegated, what risks are acceptable, who owns the boundaries, how systems are audited, and when human judgment must intervene. Leadership shifts from operational supervision to judgment architecture. The winning organizations will not necessarily be the ones with the smartest AI. They will be the ones with better governance, better enterprise architecture, better data foundations, better operating models, and clearer accountability. Technology alone is no longer the moat. Execution becomes the moat. Governance becomes the moat. Organizational learning becomes the moat. Companies that continuously improve autonomous decisions will compound advantages year after year. So the next time someone tells you, "We are already using AI," ask one simple question: who acts by default? Does the human still make the routine decision? Or does the system act within approved boundaries? That single question tells you whether you are looking at ordinary digital automation or the beginning of an autonomous enterprise. We are standing at the beginning of one of the biggest shifts in business history. The move from manual work to digital work took decades. The move from digital organizations to autonomous enterprises will happen much faster. The companies preparing today will not simply become more efficient. They will redefine how entire industries operate. And that is exactly why we at the Rewired C-Suite published our new book, The Autonomous Enterprise. It provides practical executive frameworks, governance models, maturity assessments, and leadership tools for CEOs, CIOs, CTOs, boards, and transformation leaders navigating this new era. If you want to go deeper, please see the first comment below to get the book on Amazon. Subscribe to the Rewired C-Suite for more insights on AI, native organizations, enterprise architecture, executive leadership, and the future of autonomous business. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode.